In today's video, we're answering a question that a lot of people overcomplicate, which is, do you actually need to invest or can you just save your money and still be fine? What's up, you guys? My name's Ashley, and if you've ever felt confused about where your money should go or like you're doing something wrong by not investing yet, this is going to clear that up. The truth is, most people don't have a strategy. They're either saving everything and missing opportunities or investing too early without a solid foundation. And both can slow you down financially if you don't understand the role each one plays. So by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly when saving makes sense, when investing makes sense, and how to actually use both in a way that supports your life. So let's get into it. So saving and investing are talked about like they're interchangeable, but they're actually solving two completely different problems. Saving is about protection and access. It's money you can reach quickly, usually sitting in a savings account. You're not trying to grow it aggressively. You're trying to keep it safe and available. Investing is about growth over time. That money you're putting into things like stocks, funds, or other assets with the goal of it increasing in value. It's not meant to be touched in the short term. So right away, this isn't a which one is better situation. It's more about understanding what job your money needs to do. A lot of people think they need to start investing as soon as possible, and while the idea comes from a good place, can actually backfire if you skip the basics. If you don't have savings and something unexpected happens, you may end up pulling money out of investments at the worst time, and that defeats the whole purpose. On the flip side, some people only save and never invest. Their money just sits there, slowly losing value over time because it's not growing. So the real problem isn't choosing one over the other, it's not knowing how to balance them. There are specific situations where saving should be your priority, and trying to invest before handling these can create more stress than progress. If you don't have an emergency fund yet, this comes first. This is to buffer for things like unexpected bills, car repairs, or anything that throws off your routine. If your income isn't stable, saving gives you breathing room. Investing while your cash flow is unpredictable can feel overwhelming because your money is locked up. And if you're about to need the money soon, like for a move or a big purchase, investing usually doesn't make sense because the timeline is way too short. And this is where something like a high yield savings account can actually help, because instead of your money just sitting there doing nothing, it's still earning something while staying accessible. Once you have a base level of savings, investing becomes a lot more logical. If you have money that you don't need for at least a few years, that's where investing starts to work in your favor. It gives your money time to grow instead of just sitting still. This is also where people start thinking about things like retirement, long-term wealth, or building financial independence. The key shift here is understanding that investing is not about quick wins. It's about consistency over time. Even small amounts can build if they're left alone and allowed to grow. A simple way to think about both is, instead of choosing between saving or investing, it helps to think of your money in layers. Your first layer is your safety net. This is your savings. It's there to protect you and give you peace of mind. Your second layer is your growth. This is your investing. It's there to build your future. When you separate them like this, it becomes a lot easier to know where your money should go. You're not guessing anymore. You're just assigning a role to each dollar. If you're focusing on saving right now, the goal isn't to just stack money randomly. It's to be intentional with it. You want to decide how much you need in your emergency fund and work toward that number. You also want to make sure your savings are in the right place, not just sitting in a basic account that earns nothing. A lot of people overlook this, but where you keep your savings matters. Even a small difference in interest can add up over time, especially if your balance grows. The key here is simplicity. You don't need 10 different accounts, you just need a clear purpose for your savings. So here's how to start investing without overthinking it. When it comes to investing, people tend to overcomplicate everything. They think they need to pick the perfect stock or time the market, and that usually stops them from starting. In reality, a simple approach tends to work a lot better for most people. That could look like putting money into broad market funds or long-term investments that don't require constant attention. The goal isn't to be perfect, it's to be consistent. And the earlier you start doing that, even in small amounts, the more time your money has to grow. Now here's where tools like Vanguard and savings comparisons can really fit in. So when you start putting this into practice, tools actually matter more than you think. Not because they're not complicated, but because they shape how easy it is to stay consistent. On the investing side, something like Vanguard is built for long-term investing. It's not flashy, and that's kind of the point. It's designed for people who want to put money in consistently and let it grow over time without constantly checking it. So if your goal is steady long-term growth and you don't want to overthink every move, that type of platform tends to align better with that mindset. If you want to check out Vanguard, we do have an exclusive link down in the description below. On the savings side, this is where comparing accounts becomes so important. Not all savings accounts are the same. Some barely earn anything, while others can offer higher interest rates that can make a difference over time. And most people never check this out, so their money just sits there doing the bare minimum. We do have a link to the comparison tool down in the description below. It lets you see what's actually available instead of just guessing. It gives you a clear picture of where your money could be working a little harder while still staying staying safe and accessible. So instead of thinking saving versus investing, it becomes more about using the right tool for the right job. Your savings account is there to hold and protect your money efficiently. Your investment account is there to help grow over time, and when they both are set up properly, everything starts to feel a lot more structured and less overwhelming. Let's talk about some mistakes to avoid. So one of the biggest mistakes is trying to do too much too fast. People jump into investing without savings, or they hold on to cash for too long because they're scared to invest. Another mistake is treating investing like a short-term game. Pulling money in and out based on emotions usually leads to the worst results. And then there's the habit of not having any structure at all, just randomly saving or investing without a plan. When you avoid these, everything becomes a lot simpler. Let's talk about the pros and cons. So savings gives you security and peace of mind. You know your money is there when you need it, and it reduces stress because you're prepared for unexpected situations. The downside is that your money doesn't grow much, so over time it can lose value compared to inflation. Investing gives you opportunity to grow your money over time and build real wealth. It works in the background while you focus on your life. The downside is that it comes with risk, and you have to be okay with short-term ups and downs. Neither one is better on its own. They just serve different purposes, but when you use them together, they actually support each other. So again, if you want to check out Vanguard or compare savings account, we do have those links down in the description below. Before we wrap up, I do want to touch on a few bonus tips. So one thing that helps a lot is separating your savings into different buckets instead of keeping everything in one place. When all your money is in one account, it's easy to lose track of what's actually available versus what's meant for something specific. Even mentally labeling portions of your savings can make a big difference in how intentional you are with it. Another tip is to automate both your savings and investing, even if it's small. When money moves without you having to think about it, you remove the emotional decision every single week. That's what builds consistency over time, not motivation. It's also important to increase your savings and investments as your income grows. A lot of people stay stuck at the same level even when they're earning more, and that's usually why they feel like they're not getting ahead. You don't need to double everything overnight, but small increases over time compound more than people expect. Another thing most people don't think about is keeping your savings slightly inconvenient to access. Not impossible, just not instantly spendable. That small delay can actually prevent impulse decisions and protect your progress without requiring more discipline. And lastly, don't wait until you feel ready to invest. You're not going to suddenly feel confident one day. Clarity really does come from just doing it, even in a small way. But starting simple is always better than waiting for the perfect plan. If you're just getting started or don't have a solid financial base yet, focusing on saving first is usually the better move. It's going to give you stability and confidence. If you already have savings in place and your income feels steady, then it probably makes sense to start investing, even if it's just a small amount to begin with. For most people, it's not about choosing one forever. It's about starting where you are and then layering the other one in over time. I know how overwhelming it can feel trying to figure out what to do with your money, especially when it feels like everyone is saying something different. But truly, if you follow what I said in this video, you're going to feel a lot more at peace with your decisions. If you want to explore Vanguard and the savings comparison tool, again, that link is down in the description below. I do want to mention that these are affiliate links, which means we may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. So if you do choose to use our links, we just want to thank you so much in advance for supporting our channel. It really helps us to continue to create free content just like this. This channel is dedicated to helping you make smarter money decisions in a simple, realistic way so you can actually build a life that feels good. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave any comments or questions below. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.